What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. Wanted to make a video this morning. The market's still just acting fool, guys, and who knows when it's going to bounce back. I mean, obviously some things are doing well. You know what I mean? Nothing I've got's doing any good. But I'm still expecting everything to come back. I'm trying not to look at it, to be honest with you. I'm just trying not to look at it. I'm watching my watch list and stuff, so I'm seeing what's going on, but I'm not like trying not to freak out about my totals, and I'm just letting it do what it's going to do. And Kevin thinks it's coming back. July is when he thinks things are going to come back, based on like inflation numbers coming out and employment numbers coming out and stuff like that. That's when he thinks it's going to happen. We'll see, guys. I mean, I'm not freaking out. I'm not panicking, not selling, and it just is what it is. But so before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver driving across the country researching and trading stocks, and I will not be held responsible for any moves you make in the stock market. Not ever. I'm not your mama, all right? Do your own research. Hit that subscribe button for me. Like the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what I'm going to talk about today, all right? And join the fucking Patreon, guys. My other channel is just kicking y'all's ass over there, man. I got people pledging $20 and $30 over there. So don't let them make you look bad now. Join the fucking Patreon. It'll be in the description below. So today I want to make a video about kind of a comparison between the three brokerages that I have experience with, because I've been thinking about making some changes, and I want to talk about why and things that I do and don't like about three brokerages in particular, which are Fidelity, Webull, and M1 Finance. I might talk a little bit about Robinhood as well, because I do have some opinions on it, even though I haven't traded with it. But I just wanted to kind of throw this out there and also solicit your ideas. Like, why do you use the broker that you use? And, talk me out of it. Talk me into it. Some of these brokers that I haven't used, I'd like to know more about. So, currently, for those of you who don't know, most of my trading is done in Fidelity in my Roth IRA. Okay. And then I also have a cash account, a smaller account on Webull. And then recently I've started this account with M1 Finance to put the YouTube money into. The more I have looked into the M1 Finance, the more I've looked at it. I've experimented with it some yesterday and the day before, trying to figure out several things. And the more I mess with it, the less I like it, all right? We're going to continue using it for the YouTube, at least for now, because it does make it easy to just dump in smaller amounts of money, which is what we'll be doing, and easy to spread that out and stuff. But like, I'm not really caring for a lot of things about the M1 Finance. I mean, one, it's complicated. Okay, it's crazy because it's like super investing for dummies, with pretty much no flexibility at all, but yet the app and the system itself is like complicated to try to figure out. I was trying to figure out like how to make another pie so that I can maybe invest some different money in different pies at different times and stuff, and I just can't even figure out how to do it. And there's no information available on their YouTube or anything I could find really that tells you how to do it. I guess it's just not designed for that. It's designed for you to create some pies, and when you put your money in, it spreads it out how you tell it to spread it out, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, and one thing, I tried to call them on the phone to try to figure it out. I was on hold for like 10 minutes and then I hung up because I didn't have time to wait. But I did not like that when I called the phone number, which is, I had to Google it to even find it. It was like, if you have an urgent problem, contact us on the phone. Otherwise, we need you going through the email and stuff like that. I don't like that. I want to be able to call, anytime, 24 hours a day. I want to be able to call and get somebody on the phone. Maybe you still can, but I don't like that they're urging you away from making phone calls. But, you know, I also do not like, now I've said over and over, I love the idea of the pie, okay, of being able to set up percentages and then it spreads it all out with fractional shares, smaller amounts of money. I love that idea, okay. I do not like that it only trades once a day. It only trades at 8:30 in the 9:30 Eastern. Okay, and then if you sign up for the M1 Plus or whatever it is, which I got for free for a year, but it's $125 a year, then you can get the second trade window, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. So even in best case scenario, you only get to choose it. Either it's going to trade when the market opens or it's going to trade at 3 p.m. Eastern. And like, what's the good of that? Like, you know, I guess if you're really super long-term focused and you don't want to look at it or mess with it at all, then maybe that's for you, okay? I also, like, another thing that I was unsure about that I wanted to talk to him on the phone about, that I didn't get anybody on the phone, is like, if you have that auto invest button turned on, like, it don't even buy the percentages that you set up. What it does, it tries to automatically maintain the balance that you've set. So if Tesla's going up and you've got it set to 10% and it's going up, it'll stop buying that and start buying the ones that aren't going up to try to keep the balance where you've set it. I don't like that at all. Let me maintain my own balance. If I want to change the percentages that you're buying, I'll change it. I don't personally see why you would want to do that. I mean, if this one is the one that's going up, yeah, it's becoming more and more overweight, but if it's still going up, keep buying the motherfucker, you know. Anyway, so the M1 Finance has got definite things that I do not like about it, okay? I wish that another broker had a similar thing where you could do pies and stuff. And one of the things I was wanting to know is that if I have that auto invest button turned off, which I do, is it still going to buy 10% of Tesla, or is it going to buy 6% to try to maintain the balance, or maybe not even buy any? And I can't find answers to that. It's the whole system just seems complicated and convoluted and not a lot of information out, when it seems like it's meant to be something that's super easy. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So now let's go on to Webull. So Webull, I've got my small cash account over there. Now, one thing that I love about Webull is that the charting and the information to do research and stuff like that is on point with Webull. All right, even before I had that account, I've been paying like $3 a month or something to get the live charting. You have to pay for the charting to be live, and I love it for keeping my watch list, for the, like I said, the charting, all the information that you get from it. But when I make a deposit into Webull, it takes days before my money is available. I do not like that at all. It bothers me. Also, I cannot buy a fifth of a share of Google or something if I want. There's no fractional shares. I've actually been thinking about potentially taking my cash account out of the Webull and moving it to Fidelity, or leaving what's in there and starting a Fidelity cash account and moving in that from here on out. I will still most likely use Webull. Even if I was to pull my money out of there, I most likely would still use it to house my watch lists, to do the charting, you know, watch charts and all that stuff. But I just like not being able to trade in fractional shares really bothers me. And also, like I said, not having access to my money quickly. Even if it was just a day, I could deal with that. But sometimes it's 2 or 3 days before my deposit actually becomes available. And it's been even longer than that a couple of times. I don't like that. If there's an opportunity, I want to be able to throw my money in there and have access to it. M1 Finance, I have instant access to it. If I make a deposit, I got it right then. Same thing with Fidelity. If I put money in my Fidelity, I can spend it right now. So yeah, I've been considering changing over to Fidelity with my cash account. Fidelity has its issues, all right? Some of the things that I don't like about Fidelity is that the app is not real flashy or good. You know, I mean, it works, it's functional. I don't like that it doesn't show you like total gains or losses for your entire account over its lifetime. You know what I mean? If I've put $10,000 in there and it's now $15,000, I want to see something right there that tells me 50%. I'm up 50%, you know, but it doesn't. It like gives you this is the daily, what you've done to daily, and then it tells you a year to date from such and such date, and it just doesn't give me the information that I really want. But like it does everything, you know what I mean? Like everything. Like it's not just automatically given to you. Like you have to call to get the extended hours trading, and then they turn it on, and then you've got, you know, pre-market, post-market, and you have to apply to get options and stuff, which I don't trade options, so I don't really even know what that process is like, but you do have to apply, and then they approve you, and then you have options trading. That's another thing that I didn't mention is Webull they let you trade options and all. I think you may have to apply for it there too. I don't really trade options. Webull does a lot of stuff, okay? I just don't like the not having fractional shares and having to wait for my money. But Fidelity is the one that I think like does it all. I mean, you can track your profit and loss in other ways and stuff like that. And then Fidelity also has a thing called Active Trader Pro. It's free to download, but it doesn't work on mobile, so I don't use it. That is kind of similar to Webull with the charting and all the information and stuff. So they have that for those of you who are on desktop. But, you know, I already have my company 401k is with Fidelity. My Roth IRA is in Fidelity. And I feel like if I was to just go ahead and move that cash account over to Fidelity, I'd have everything all in one place. I can do anything I want, fractional shares, whatever I want. Money's available instantly. Like, it just seems like the better one. Now, I know there's some others like Schwab and some of these others, and I've said in videos before, some of you guys need to get you a big boy account. You know what I mean? And Fidelity is a big boy account. I mean, Webull, Robinhood, M1 Finance, a lot of these other ones, like they limit you on things you can do. You can't trade fractional shares, or you can't buy like Planet 13. Can you buy Planet 13 on Webull, on Robinhood? No. You can't buy OTC stocks. So, like, yeah, they're trying to protect you from penny stocks and stuff to a certain extent, but there's some stocks that are good stocks on the OTC market. Fidelity lets you buy OTCs. They let you buy whatever you want, you know. I just feel like Fidelity is more trusted. I trust it. It's been around forever. They're one of the big dogs on the block, you know what I mean? And they let you do everything that you want to do. I mean, you may have to apply for it. There may be some restrictions on some things, you know, but for the most part, like, they have everything that you need. And then you can do your charting and analysis and all that stuff somewhere else like Webull. But I don't know, the more I think about it, the more I'm wanting to move everything onto Fidelity. It's just, I trust them more. I've never had any issues. And that's one thing that I want to talk about in reference to Robinhood. So Robinhood, like, I set up an account with them. I have an account set up with them, but I never put any money into it. Now, they do make things really easy from what I understand, like options and all that. It's all really easy. And I do like about Robinhood is that when you sell a stock, you don't have to wait. Like, it's instantly available for you to use. Like, that is a big deal. Like, if you're a swing trader or something, you know, because even with Fidelity, you have to time it out. You have to wait a day so that it settles before the next one is due. And that's the way most brokerages work, you know. But, I mean, unless you have enough money in there and you can get on limited margin, then you can trade, buy and sell with unsettled funds. But Robinhood lets you trade with unsettled funds. But like, it's not a big boy account, guys. There's things that it will not do, and I've seen in Facebook groups several times, and I'm not talking about when the GameStop and thing happened and they shut off a bunch of stocks. I have seen several times people in Facebook groups saying that the Robinhood system had crashed, or their app had crashed and they couldn't buy and sell and they lost a bunch of money. And like, I do not like that kind of shit. And they don't have a phone number. You can't call them. I got to be able to call somebody. I don't trust all the rest of it. I need to be able to talk to somebody on the phone. And so Robinhood's not for me. I will not be using Robinhood. I also just didn't, the whole GameStop AMC thing left a bad taste in my mouth, like it did a lot of other people as well. And I won't be supporting Robinhood, guys. Even though Robinhood are the ones who basically forced the other brokers to get rid of their fees and make it so we can all trade for free. I mean, you got to give them props for that. It's just, they're just not for me as an app, as a broker. So that's where I'm at, guys. I'm considering moving everything to my Fidelity and just using Webull for the charting and analysis and stuff. I'm going to leave the YouTube money in the M1 Finance for now, because the Pi does make it easy to just dump $100 in there or whatever it is, and it'll spread it out over however many picks you've got. I do like that, okay? So if you're the type of investor who wants to just put a couple $100 a week in there and set up what you want your portfolio to ultimately look like, M1 Finance might be a good choice for you, okay? For somebody like me, like, just to dump this little YouTube money in and not have to worry about it, I think it's a good solution. But for anything else, no. I mean, I can't do limit buys and no trailing stop losses, no nothing, no flexibility at all. It's just one of these just like set it and never look at it type of things. And if that's the way you like to invest, it might be good for you. Webull, if you're the type of person that puts plenty of money in there and always has cash sitting in the account, then maybe the waiting for your money is not a big deal for you. It is a solid platform, and maybe you don't also need fractional shares, doesn't bother you, then it might be a good platform for you. But you're not buying OTC stocks. You're not going to buy cannabis stocks that aren't allowed to be on the NASDAQ and stuff like that. I don't know. I just recommend a big boy account. So I know I've rambled on and on and on, but I wanted to just talk about the pros and cons a little bit and my thoughts on it. If you have other thoughts, let me know in the comments below what I'm wrong about, or talk me into another broker. You know what I mean? You probably won't, but I would like to hear and learn more about these other brokers. So, leave me a comment and let me know something. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, and join the fucking Patreon. Don't let my other channel show you up. Thanks for watching.